Does the expansion of consciousness have an endpoint, or is there endless expansion? I'd rather not want my consciousness becoming more conscious. So I think it keeps expanding. However, the human nervous system has its limitations. So this is why there's a distinction between samadhi and mahasamadhi. After death, this human body, the density of the human body, the restriction, the constriction of the human body, human nervous system, the human mind, the ego, no longer limits the potential of expansion and expanded consciousness. So, Vijay, I see you're expressing, you'd rather not want consciousness becoming more conscious. And I understand what you mean. It's almost like it could be very, very true that it could be too much because the nervous system would get fried. You'd get so like just completely blasted with the full flow of expanded consciousness that you wouldn't be able to function. And I think that maybe, correct me if I'm wrong, you can add to your question there that maybe what you're getting at here when you're saying you don't want it to happen to become more conscious. And this makes sense. This makes sense. This is also why um people get sick. Like if we look into the lives of some very expanded yoga masters and gurus and whatnot, they become sick because the energy is actually just like taking a toll on the nervous system. The nervous system just is kind of acting like a resistor, and it's taking on a bit of that toll. And this is part of the reason why, um, like I said, some of these masters would become sick and whatnot. Um, I wouldn't worry too much because your body will take as much as it can handle, and you're not going to get supercharged beyond what's necessary for you in this life. Um, After this life, when you drop the body, then you can let the full flow take you, and you can contemplate that some more and contemplate death and meditating into death and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, not unusual. Um, High quality problem. You can say that high quality problem. I've never actually heard anybody express this. Most people want expansions of consciousness. It sounds like your consciousness is very expanded. You're saying, okay, let's figure out how to work with this. And I think that's a good attitude to take. Let's figure out how to integrate and live with this degree of consciousness. Um, so I hope I gave you something to consider there, Vijay. But know that your nervous system won't accept more than it can handle. That's the beauty of this human nervous system. It won't accept more than it can handle. It's like a governor. Yeah. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. To Vijay's previous point, because the human nervous system has its limitations with how much consciousness, how much Shakti can really flow through it, how do those limitations manifest? So I guess this ties in with what Fella's asking here then. Manifest as, um, you could say, sickness. Um, some of those resistances as well manifest as just personality quirks, the humanness of an individual. There's certain sort of inconsequential attachments as well. So attachment to, say, certain foods, attachment to, say, uh, you know, benign things like a mala, right? A guru, a great master. They can be attached to their mala. It's they've always had this mala. They feel so attached to it. Is it causing them deep suffering? No. But that attachment is impeding the full flow of consciousness, the full flow of Shakti through their nervous system. And that attachment is actually um, protecting them from being totally blasted open, right? Their humanness kind of protects them from being totally blasted open. And so, what can we take out of this? You have permission to be human as well. You have permission to have a little bit of attachment now and then, or you have a permission to like eating candy now and then. It's not the end of the world if you have a bit of you're a little addicted to watching some Instagram videos and whatnot. It's okay. It's okay. If it's adversely affecting your life and causing immense suffering, yeah, you should probably look into it and work with it. But these little things, they're human. They're human and we're human. It's only that when we're no longer in this human body that we can really go into the full flow of Shakti, the full flow of consciousness without any attachment whatsoever. But for now, while we're human, it's all welcome. It's all welcome. Vijay sharing here. I did lose my mullet this week and I noticed, yes, I'm attached. Very interesting. Yeah, very interesting. And that's okay. It's okay. Small little things like this, it's not a big deal. I think it was Ramana that shared here that some vasanas will remain. Vasanas meaning conditionings, attachments, samskaras, sankaras. These are the different words. Some little bit of karma will remain. We're not here to burn up every last ounce of karma because the body itself is karmic. The body itself is a product of conditioning. It's a product of attachment. We need some degree of attachment to even remain in the body and remain alive. And it's without attachment to the body that this is how some yogis, some monks are able to consciously leave their body and die. Some of them can consciously die, not by, committing suicide, but just meditating and saying, okay, I let go of my attachment to the body, and then they drop the body, right? So as long as we're in the body, there's going to be some degree of attachment, and that's okay. That's okay.